I'm Taylor Jackson and I'm selling this print for $20,000. Hello again from this weird converted water tower here in Iceland. Now there's a problem with my $20,000 photo. I haven't taken the photo yet, so let's go do that first. Boom, wapa. On the ferry to Westman Islands. This is the ongoing joke is that either myself or Manny Ortiz live here because it's the most introverted place in the world. And okay, great, it's done. You might say to yourself, this photo isn't so great. It's not worth $20,000. You haven't even printed it. And you didn't even shoot it on film. This is the shirt. I think I got the slogan wrong. It's for sale, by the way, if you want it. And okay, you don't want my $20,000 photo. We have a disconnect. I believe that it's worth $20,000. It's a one-of-one limited release. It took my entire photography career to build the skill required to take this picture. It required my travel to Iceland, car rental, camera gear, lodging, several Icelandic hot dogs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I believe this image to be worth $20,000. And now you, my potential client, start to walk away. Because you're like, this guy's crazy. What's he talking about? Why is he wearing that shirt? We don't have to talk about the shirt anymore. I'll put a different shirt on. Is this one better? So what went wrong? How could I have made that sale? Or was it ever my intention to make that sale? We talk a lot about perceived value in the pricing course over at the members website. But if you're a wedding photographer, you make a few packages to sell your services. The top package should be the highest value. It includes everything that you have to sell basically and comes in at the highest price point. So when someone comes to your website or sees your pricing guide for the first time, they see the big number first, and this psychologically establishes you as the photographer that really knows what they're doing. Couples and clients, for the most part, can't tell good photography from okay photography, so they rely on cost to guide them most of the time. It's simple. Expensive photographer is gonna be better to them. Cheap photographer, what's wrong with them? Maybe it's lack of experience or they shoot on budget gear. The couple doesn't know, but in their mind, the expensive photographer is usually better. Even if the cheaper photographer has better gear, has been in business longer, has a lot more client experience, from the website alone, the couple is going to see the more expensive photographer as better. So back to my $20,000 print, here's another styling option for the shirt that you can buy. Also, the Japanese thing down here says forever searching for an Outback Steakhouse. And we found one in Shibuya, if you saw the musical. So my $20,000 print, why else aren't you buying it? Let's break it down a little bit. What would you expect to pay for a print? Maybe $500 for something of a nice size and a quality frame by an artist that you want to support. Let's agree on that being a common market rate for this example. There is for sure a market that will pay $20,000 or $100,000 for a print, but that's not a market that is immediately accessible to everyone. So if $500 is our general common price for a frame print, what happens if I try to sell one for $600? Realistically, I could. $2,500, I would see some heavy market resistance. I'm too expensive for the common market, but I'm too cheap for the higher end market. How about $50? I'd probably sell a lot. A common lie I hear a lot on the internet when it comes to sales and marketing is that there is a lot of work at the lower end and a lot of work at the higher end that you should stay away from the middle. But the truth in wedding photography is the middle is where you can find the best balance, especially for your first few years. Another lie I hear a lot is that if you're going to charge cheap rates or discount, that you're never going to be able to get customers that will pay proper rates. I think that everyone that has ever said this forgot how they built their business. We all start low end to generate work, experience, vendor connections, and also just to kind of know that we can actually do the work. I don't know any wedding photographers that just opened their business, never shot a wedding, no portfolio. I charge $7,500 US for a wedding. Nobody's done that. So what is the market where you're at? Here, or at least at home, somewhere in the middle feels like between $2,500 to $3,000 for an established wedding photographer. It might be a little or a lot different depending on where you are in the world. So don't go against the market, fit in. That might sound counterintuitive, but for better or for worse, the people that have come before you have set a common expected rate. Understand the limits of that before going outside of that range. So we still haven't made a deal for my $20,000 print. Let's maybe get a little creative. How about this? We're going to do a limited time discount. If you get in before the end of the month, it's only going to be $5,500. That is a savings of $14,500, I think. Yeah. In the mind of your client, the value for the print is now anchored at $20,000, but they can get into the deal for $5,500. Now let's say $3,900. Wow, what a deal. And that's not all. You also get a 4-hour one-on-one session with me where we go over your entire wedding photography business and optimize everything. We can do this in person at WPPI in Las Vegas, Imagen USA in Louisville, Portrait Masters in Phoenix, or online if it's easier. Now there is a difference though. $3,900 instead of $20,000. I'm going to be offering 5 of these prints. Now this is just an example, I'm not actually selling this, but all of a sudden that deal is sounding a lot more attractive. And while it's still outside the normal bounds of pricing for a print, what's included makes it a little bit easier to justify. Now, how does that apply to a wedding photography business? I did this by offering a service my couples were also interested in, highlight films. I just shoot both photography and video. There's a hybrid 2023 course available to members if you're interested in learning how I do both. The basics to it are, you just do both. You do your regular photography coverage, but then you also do video clips in between. Now your couples can't compare you directly to anyone else. In my $3,900 offer to you, I also added scarcity and time sensitivity as well. As wedding photographers, scarcity is kind of built in. You can only be at one wedding on the date. I tell all my couples, first come, first served. First one to pay the deposit gets the date. Of the 1,000 plus weddings that I've done in my career, you can get my audiobook about that if you want. Only 2 or 3 times in those 1,000 weddings, I've had 2 people want to book the exact same date at the same time. So usually the scarcity isn't legitimately urgent, but I will tell my couples that every now and then someone calls out of the blue on the phone and they want to book and they put money down right then. Now, one of the other things I did, I offered up a huge discount on my $20,000 print, but I had justification for it. Rather than just a 1-of-1 sign print, I'm now offering 5. I never discount without removing something or altering something. My friend Sam Hurd does an unplugged ceremony discount where he offers clients to save, I think, $200 if they ask their guests not to take photos during the ceremony and to be present instead. This does a few things for your ideal couple. It really connects you with them. If this is something that your couple wants and something you're offering a discount to, obviously you're the right photographer for them. And 2, it disarms them from asking for any other discounts. You've already offered them something in good faith to make the photography better. Now you're their friend. I also don't publicly ever advertise discounts unless it comes with some sort of very modified service. I wouldn't want current clients to come across the fact that I'm running a 50% off my remaining dates for a 20 whatever sale. I also find that people that inquire because of pricing specials are rarely, sometimes, but rarely your ideal clients. If I'm running a special like that, I use it as a surprise when an ideal couple first inquires. They feel special, and to make them feel even more special, tell them not to tell anyone that this is not a public offer, it's only for them. So, I didn't sell the $20,000 print, but I did put it in a package that's a lot more likely to sell to cover the same costs. This is kind of my stance on $10,000 wedding days as well, that, well, it's nice that if you could only shoot $10,000 wedding days, I prefer to diversify and shoot a lot more locally in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. I find that it works well for the market here. I also find some comfort in not always having to swing for a home run. That 2 base hits are just as good as a $10,000 wedding. Sports, sports. Sports, sports. That's all from this weird Icelandic water tower. See you again another time. Get it on the members website if you're interested in learning more about hybrid photo video coverage or advanced wedding photography marketing. And over the month of September, I am doing a video every single Monday to Friday over on the members website as well. Everything you're seeing here is coming out over the month of September. Plus, if you sign up to be a member before October 1st, it's 1, cheaper, and 2, you get instant access to all of the products that you're seeing on the screen right now. And as always, a 100% money back guarantee. If you sign up and you decide it's not for you, just send me an email. My email is here on the screen and I will send you your money back. See you over there.